All right, guys. So I talked in a video a couple weeks ago about why I think it is best that most people cut fat, lose fat, get leaner during this quarantine period, this period of isolation. Okay, and I still 100% stand by that. However, I also got asked the question a lot if it's possible to bulk during this period, and the answer is certainly yes. Okay, now first of all, let me just say that in terms of food and food availability, just like with toilet paper, food is available. You can get all the tuna you want, you can get all the chicken you want, nut butter, nuts, fiber sources, vitamins. I mean, nothing really that you cannot get right now, okay? And you have to eat anyway. So there's no saying like, I could spend $50 a day on junk food, $50 a day on takeout, but I don't have the money or I don't have access to the food. Food is there, okay? So food, whether you're cutting or bulking, is not an excuse. Second, there's not really, the way that I approach nutrition, there's not really that much of a difference between cutting and bulking. You always keep your protein high, you always keep your carbs low, and whether you're trying to, build or you're trying to reduce, you adjust the amount of fat you take in, but it's basically the same types of food, basically the same amount of food. It's just the fat that will increase or decrease. So there's certainly no reason from like a food availability place that you cannot cut or bulk. You can do both, either one. The reason why I suggested, one of the reasons why I suggested that people cut is because almost anybody, especially in the Western world where people tend to have comfort food, we've got more money than sense and we eat too much anyway. Most people don't monitor what they eat too much. In general, everybody will look better if they lose some fat. Just keep the amount of muscle you have, lose the fat, expose the muscle you have, and you'll automatically look a lot better. You'll probably losing 5 or 10 pounds of fat will make you look like you gained 5 or 10 pounds of muscle, even if you did not, just because you can see it better. So those are all reasons why I suggested that people cut. But the fact is, like I said, you could just as easily bulk during this period. And one of the reasons is this guy, one of the reasons I'm doing this video is this guy commented somewhere, I think it was in YouTube, may have been Instagram, and he said, yeah, I want to look like you at the end of this diet. I weigh, so and so much, and, how much, what should I do? This guy was very skinny, okay? This guy was like a very skinny person by the height and the weight that he gave. And when you consider that he would actually have to lose even more fat to get very lean, to show off the muscle. Now, first of all, Bruce Lee weighed like 130, 135. The dude from Ninja Assassin, which inspired me to get lean the first time I got ripped for aesthetic purposes. That guy was skinny too. So I'm not saying he wouldn't look good if he got very lean, but he would be very skinny, okay? So in his situation, I would suggest he kind of recomposes, does a very lean bulk, okay, and build some muscle up first. There are also a lot of people who just want to build up muscle. So how do you do this in quarantine? Well, first of all, let me just say, I'm getting a better workout now at home in my living room in my tiny ass apartment I share with my girlfriend, a dog that weighs 160 pounds, a giant ass bull mastiff. Another dog that we took in is a foster because the foster, all the animal shelters are trying to get rid of the dogs, because of the virus and not being able to work. So we took in a foster dog, and we have 3 cats, and it's a tiny apartment. So I have a power rack, a trap bar, some rings, and some weights in my living room, okay? And I'm getting the same workout that I would get if I was in a gym, like a multi-trillion-dollar gym, like Oxygen Gym in Kuwait or something like that, okay? So the fact of the matter is, you can get an incredible workout, at home, especially if you're talking about bulking, okay? I do ring dips with a lot of weight. I do pull-ups with a lot of weight. I do push-ups on rings with a weighted vest. I do rows on the rings. I do trap bar deadlifts. And now, finally, my the Olympic bar, like the straight bar that I bought for the power rack, was lost in traffic. FedEx lost it. Now they sent out another one. It's finally come in today. I'm going to be able to use it for my leg workout on Tuesday. So I can do squats as well. So there's nothing I cannot do in my tiny ass living room that I can do in like a gym. I don't do leg extensions, leg curls, little concentration curls, cables, machines. I don't do any of that. Okay? So First of all, with a small home gym, you can certainly get in one hell of a workout, okay? I can monopolize the bar. I did 5 sets of 5 reps with, 455 pounds, okay? It's less weight than I've lifted before, but a huge amount of volume. After I did 4 warm-up sets, 1, 2, 3, and 4 plates to warm up. So that's like a total of 9 sets on the trap bar. It probably took over a half an hour to do the entire workout, and I didn't have to worry about, waiting for the bar or monopolizing it and somebody else not being able to work out because I'm an asshole and I stay on the bar for a half an hour. So I'm getting awesome. I'm loving working out at home, okay, first of all. But like I said, let's say you don't have access to that equipment, okay? There are certainly ways to build strength and size using just body weight, okay? You can get a pull-up tower. Okay, it's like a pull-up bar and, some dip bars on it for like $100, okay? Free shipping. Okay, I got one. It was $100. Picked it up at Walmart. I think Walmart ships it out for free as well. Amazon ships it out for free as well. You could get a pull-up tower, okay, with dip bars. You can also just buy a pair of rings, okay, gymnastic rings. Gymnastic rings are probably some of the best pieces of equipment that I've ever used in my entire life. They make every workout a lot harder. Plus, they're adjustable. You can have them down on the ground for push-ups. You could have them in the middle for rows and for deadlifts. Rows and dips. You can have them up high to do pull-ups on. So what I'm basically saying is if you have a house, okay, you can go ahead and just screw eye hooks into a beam in your basement, your attic, your garage, or your living room, whatever, and just hang the rings from them, okay? Now you're doing ring dips, ring push-ups, ring rows, and pull-ups. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can get a hell of a good workout with just that equipment, because most people cannot do pull-ups at all right? All the way down, pulling all the way up, maybe holding for a second or two, and then all the way down again, okay? So there's something that I was thinking I might end up having to do when I only had like 300 pounds of weight for my trap bar, and that is called German volume training, okay? German volume training, Vince Gironda, one of my heroes, came up with the concept. He called it the 10x10 system. Basically what you do is you do 10 sets of 10 reps with the same weight, with a 30, maybe a 60-second pause in between. Now, needless to say, you're using a lighter weight. Needless to say, the first couple sets are going to be relatively easy, and then after a while, because you're resting such a short time, you're doing so much volume, you're going to really kill yourself, okay? So what I'm saying is, if you're telling me anybody, unless there's like an Olympic gold medal athlete in gymnastics watching this video right now, which probably is not the case, nobody watching this, including me, is going to be able to do 10 sets of 10 pull-ups, extended all the way, pulling up all the way, holding for a 2-second count, and lowering down all the way. 10 perfect reps, take a 30 to 60-second break, and repeat that until you've done 10 sets of 10. Nobody watching this video, I don't care if your mommy and your daddy think you're the strongest little girl in the whole school or some shit like that, nobody watching this can do that. That will fucking destroy you. Most people cannot do ring dips, okay? So 10 sets of 10 ring dips would absolutely fucking devastate you, okay? With no extra work whatsoever. Most people can't do that. How about doing 10 sets of 10 ring push-ups? Most people watching this cannot do that. How about doing 10 sets of 10 close grip push-ups on a basketball? Most people watching this video cannot do that, okay? So what I'm basically saying is, whatever level you are at, okay, the 10 sets of 10 system will certainly blow your muscles up. It is known, I'm more of a strength guy. I'm more interested in doing like sets of 5 reps with heavy weight and taking long rests in between. But 10 sets of 10 with a short break in between is known to really blow your muscle up. Hypertrophy, like growing your muscles, as opposed to building strength. Okay, so that's the reason why I haven't really used it that much, because I care about strength over size. But the fact of the matter is, if you want to bulk, if you just want to get bigger muscles, you can certainly do it with a 10x10 system, and you really do not need much, especially for the upper body. Now, like I said, for the lower body, work up to doing, pistol squats. I've done pistol squats. I warmed up with 50 pounds, 75 pounds, then I did 2 sets of 100 pounds for 5 reps each with each leg. Okay, I've stopped doing them since then, but that was something I wanted to accomplish, and that's something that I did, and it certainly fucking built my legs, okay, size and strength. So just building up doing, pistol squats, better than nothing else. So if you have zero equipment, zero weight, no trap bar, not even a couple 100 pounds of weight, nothing, no power rack, no squat bar, no nothing, I guarantee you that you can get yourself a hell of a good workout just by going crazy with the form being perfect, the most difficult variation, like a pistol squat, one-legged squat as opposed to a two-legged squat. Doing, like I said, push-ups on rings, push-ups with your hands close together, ring dips instead of push-ups. You can find a way that you will absolutely positively kill yourself, okay, doing this exercise. And it really doesn't take a whole lot. Like I said, if you do this like twice a week, Monday you do like 10 sets of 10 pull-ups or rows, and then you do 10 sets of 10 ring dips or ring push-ups. And then, like I said, Tuesday and Friday, you do 10 sets of 10 lighter weight trap bar deadlifts, 10 sets of 10 lighter weight barbell squats, or you do some variation of pistol squats. You will improve. Okay, because like I said, most people don't use proper form, so most people never they look at body weight training and they're like, yeah, man, that's easy because after you get past 10 or 15 reps, you're just doing endurance. And 10 sets of 10 is a killer. 10 sets of 10 is used to build hypertrophy, not strength. 10 sets of 10 is used to build hypertrophy, like growth, not endurance, okay? So all this bullshit, I remember when Rich Piana, who, I don't want to look like Rich Piana, but he's huge, and he was one of my, idols in terms of like, God, I love the way this guy is so motivational. I love the way this guy's so, fucking cool. Like really, really like, I thought this guy was a pretty cool guy. And I remember the time when he said he cannot do pull-ups anymore. He had to face the truth and start using the assisted pull-up machine to do pull-ups because he cannot do proper full range pull-ups. The same thing with The Rock. You look at The Rock, and I understand he says he had like a shoulder or an elbow injury, so he can't do them, but he doesn't do pull-ups. He does pull-ups like, half range up to like his forehead or maybe like his chin or his nose or something. But very rarely do you see somebody extend all the way up, hold 2 seconds, all the way down, and do 10 sets of 10 with that. If you do that, you'll come out here like a monster, a giant, wide-shouldered, wide-backed, V-shaped monster out of quarantine. And all it takes are a pair of rings that you can get for $20 or $30. Like I said, screw them into your ceiling. Get a doorway mounted pull-up bar to hang them from. And like I said, you'll definitely be able to get a hell of a workout. And food is not an excuse, okay? Because if you have enough money to spend $50 a day on takeaway and junk food, you have plenty of money to spend $50 a week on food, okay? There is no such thing as food shortage. I can't get chicken. Bullshit. It's everywhere, okay? Just like you can get toilet paper again. The people that thought they were going to buy 500 pounds of chicken in case the zombie apocalypse comes, that's all bullshit. That's all over. Everything from toilet paper to fucking tuna fish to chicken to everything else is available again. So anyway, guys, like I said, if you want to bulk, you can certainly do it. I suggest most people cut, because you'll get better results. You'll look a lot better in a shorter amount of time. But if you do want to bulk, or if you have to bulk because you're just skinny, certainly do not overlook the importance of body weight training and the effectiveness of body weight training as well. All right, guys, if you're interested in this, click on the link below. Watching this in YouTube, click on the link in my profile if you're watching this on IGTV, and check out the Anaerobics Fraternity. That is from now on where I'm going to be putting all of my information, all my diets, all of my workouts, okay? I'm gonna have workout tutorials on how to do the trap bar deadlift, how to do squats, how to do the 20-rep squat, how to do the pistol squat, progressions, how to grow into being able to do your first pistol squat, and like I said, all my diets. One of the first things I'm gonna do is come up with a short course on how to get your body fat adapted, a complete video course explaining everything from fiber, electrolytes, water intake, how to get over carb addiction, everything, and I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing for the pure protein diet. Right now, the pure protein diet is a series of like ebooks. I'm going to do it into a video course. So I'm gonna have a video course, I'm gonna have overlays of like information, written calculations, and I'm also gonna have below every video another copy of all of the calculations. So it's going to be the same information, but the pure protein diet is gonna be revisited and taught in a much easier to digest, easier to learn way, and all of my new information is going to be going into the anaerobics fraternity, which also has a forum, so you can go ahead and ask me questions if you get stuck, which is a lot more difficult if you just buy a diet book from a guy. All right, guys, the anaerobics fraternity, check it out. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.